Hello again. This is another day in the new world that we're living in of this pandemic. Nonetheless, I thought it might be a good idea to continue these little reflections as we go along, because it's good to keep our minds stimulated, but also to see how the ideas that the Acton Institute has been attempting to articulate for some 30 years now can apply in a real-world, exceptional circumstance. One of the themes of the Institute has always been the Acton Institute for the Study of Religion and Liberty. We always bring together these two ideas, the notion that we have freedom, but freedom with a telos. Freedom not to do just what we want, but to do what we ought. So there's a moral telos, a moral end to our existence. Also, the connection between markets and morality, economy and the human person. All of these things that we allow to separate in our lives, keeping Sunday from the rest of the week, so to speak. And this synthetical approach, how to bring things together rather than just separate them. Because a lot of things can be overly separated. They can become dichotomized, so to speak, and then we lose a sense of the wholeness of what's going on, the soul and the physical reality of who human beings are. And I think a little bit of that is going on right now, because some people want to just apply the science of the question of pandemics, of contagion and the rest of it, and leave out the total person. I had an incident where a hospital was banning priests from giving the last rites to people. And it seemed to me that the mistake that was being made there was that they were looking at people as patients and not as persons. And I think we can overdo it on one end or the other end. So just looking at people as potential bearers of contagion or disease and victims of it, or on the other hand, the religious side of it, where churches, some churches I've read about, are gathering people and almost in defiance, hugging and greeting each other and all the rest of it. I saw one very pious lady made mention on her Facebook account that she couldn't imagine that going to communion would end up in her being infected with the virus. How could the Lord's body and blood result in that? Well, I'm sorry. It could, and I won't go into the whole theology of the thing. But what's important now in this circumstance is to bring together all of this. And perhaps the greatest dichotomy, and we've heard it debated over the last few days, is the market economy and the way in which this is impacting business. All of us have been affected by it. Our savings, 401k accounts, all of the rest of it, the donations to nonprofits are all impacted by this. And yet the realization that the human person is at the center of the economy, if that person doesn't survive an infection, we have no economy to speak about. So I just wanted to present this notion of a kind of synthesis, a holistic view of what's going on here, so that we don't just allow these things to drift off to the point where to the hammer everything is a nail, to the scientist everything is the cure, to an economist everything is the prophet. We have to bring these things together and understand that there is no economy without a human person. But also human beings depend on the economy. They depend on cooperation with other human beings in order to survive. I hope that you and your families are safe. The role of the Acton Institute is unique in that we bring to bear these questions of economy with our piety, our belief in God. And certainly at this kind of a moment, we have the opportunity to reflect on the transcendent dignity of every human being, no matter where they are, no matter who they are, no matter the state of their vulnerability. And we pray for you and your families, and that you will hold on to the hope that Christ gives us, no matter where you are in the world. God bless you.